Uncut, what the people want.
Just let me know when everybody's ready. All right, the court is calling 2023 CR 2023 CR 9393, State versus Darwin Gomez Jr. Could I have parties announced?
Megan Galloway for the state.
I'm Mark Litt for defense, Judge.
And are you Darwin Gomez?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you entered a plea. And according to your plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at 10 years in the prison. There's a $2,000 fine, affirmative finding of deadly weapon. The state is opposed to your application of deferred adjudication, and there's to be restitution, if any, to the complainant. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objections to the PSI report by any party?
Not from defense, Judge.
All right, and are there any witnesses?
No, Judge. We provided the court with a packet and then argument.
All right, and so state any objections to the court reviewing the packet?
No, no.
All right, so if I could have that back. Thank you. And let me review this.
Yes, Judge.
Right, the court has reviewed the packet you wanted the court to see.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. And state you have no witnesses?
No, Your
All right, so the first thing I would like for you to address, and maybe you can address it through your client, it says that guilt was minimized in the PSI. What is that about?
And if you want to ask Mr. Gomez himself, you're obviously more than welcome to. I was shocked when I read that because in all the conversations that I've had with him over, I mean, he took responsibility for the plea despite my urging to go to trial because he did accept responsibility to me many times. So I don't know if it was just miscommunication or, and I'm sure he can explain that to you himself, Judge.
All right. You want to raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you can lower your hand. Is there something you wish to say?
Completely regret everything that I ever did in regards to that, Your Honor. I was entirely in fear for my life, but regardless of the fact, I should have left it in God's hands and not took it into myself. And there's not a day that goes by that I don't regret what I did. I put my whole family and my wife through hardship. I never meant to do that. They all rely on me a great deal. A lot of people do. And the incident happened a month after I had just gotten married. Well, the biggest thing for me being fearful at that moment, I was not justified. I should have just left it in God's hands. I feel like a fool. But I'm grateful to the Lord because I've gotten closer with Christ since the incidents happened. But I feel terrible. I feel terrible about everything that had happened in that incident. And I don't ever want to do that, anything like that again. I have no firearms any longer. I don't have any intentions of going back to my lifestyle. I'm with the IBEW Local 60 Union now, ma'am, and I'm working to get my journeyman's license. And the past couple of months, I've been working on leaving San Antonio, Texas to go to Bigfoot, Texas, to be in the countryside. And I don't plan on ever going back to doing anything near like that again. And in the instance that something does happen like that, I will happily leave it in God's hands. Whether it be me dying, me being disabled, or whatever it is. But I don't ever want my wife to be fearful to be without me or my mother. and not think that I can raise my siblings or help my siblings. And it's not an excuse, Your Honor, but I want you to know that there's not a night that goes by that I don't think about the man and about what I did. I want you to know that from the bottom of my heart.
State, any questions? All right, and State, have you had a chance to review the packet? All right, and State, are you still proceeding with the plea?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right, State.
Judge, just given the offense, I would stipulate a 2-year opposed and the outside deny
All right, defense.
Briefly, Judge, a couple of things. Without sounding cheesy, but for the grace of God, I mean, choosing to discharge a firearm, whether he hit somebody, missed somebody, or God forbid took a life, is literally but for the grace of God. And I think the minimization is the fact that he believed, rightfully or wrongfully so, that a road rage incident was going on. And that's why, that's probably after hearing him talk now, because like I said, our conversations were always like he did right now, which he was remorse for it. What I can say is this: the complainant, as you can see in the PSI, leaves it to you. He's not asking for prison. He just wants to ensure two things. One, he would like to get, I think he's out $6,300 that he lost with regards to his hospitalization and treatment. And he wants to ensure that nothing like this ever happens again with the defendant, Judge. And so starting from that, what I can tell you is this, is that in a perfect world, this never would have happened. The only positive I can say, and it sounds like a cheesy defense lawyer saying, but I've been doing this for almost 20 years, and I can say that I have, from the very first meeting with Mr. Gomez to now, I have seen not only the words of genuine remorse, but the actions to show that he's actually taking steps to change his behavior, change his actions, to be a productive member of society. When I think of, do I believe that some people deserve to go to prison? Without a doubt. And the question I've always asked myself, I've never had the honor or the privilege or the burden of sitting in your seat, but I always ask myself, is society better served with the person behind bars or the person continuing to be a productive member? In Mr. Gomez's case, he has gotten a great job, and a great job isn't a reason to keep someone out in and of itself, but he does have a good job. He's an electrical apprentice working on his way to journeyman. He's currently earning almost $5,000 a month, and he has a lot of progress within the company and within vertical moving. With regards to his views of what happened that night, the choice he made was obviously the wrong one and a dangerous one. The smart thing would have been to have called 911. Unfortunately, playing Monday morning quarterback, Judge, is not something that we had the luxury of going back and changing it. But his actions while on bond, with employment, with his family.
So sorry. So sorry.
The PSI, when it did the evaluation, did say that he is a low to moderate risk, and they confirmed that he has a very strong and a very large support network of both family, friends, and colleagues. He doesn't have a drug problem, doesn't do drugs, doesn't drink. His problem has been his response to immediate, confrontation or anger, as you've seen through his record. But I do believe, without a doubt, that one, he has taken steps to show that it's not just words, Judge, that taking steps to show that he has, one, understood how horrible and stupid what he did was, but also steps in the future of how never to be before this court, never to put someone's life in danger, never to be on this side of the criminal justice system again, Judge. If you have the courage to grant him.
Oh, well, it's not a matter of my having courage.
Sorry, Judge, and I apologize. I wasn't trying to offend you by any means. If you grant him deferred, you won't, I am confident saying that you will not be mistaken, embarrassed. He will not be before this court for an MTR or any other court for a criminal offense. he will successfully complete all conditions and terms of his deferred adjudication and will be able to, which I've found is sometimes most helpful, is be able to pay it forward with regards to helping other people realize that, the decisions we make not only have real world immediate consequences for other people, but for society and for the families as a whole. We would humbly ask that you would grant him deferred adjudication. I've explained to him that deferred subjects him to the full range of punishment, not just 10 years. And this court has a heavy hammer over his head. We just ask for the opportunity, Your Honor, humbly.
May I say something, Your Honor?
Sure.
For the past 2 years that I've been going through, coming to court and going about the reschedulings and so forth, I've made it number one priority out of everything in my life to make sure that I get here no matter what it is, whether I'm in Oklahoma, I'm in Paris, Texas, or Rogers, Texas, or anywhere in Texas. And I'm very grateful that y'all have given me the opportunity to appear via Zoom and have been very lenient with me as far as appearing here to make something like this possible. But I do want to let you know that it is my number one priority to be as on time as I possibly could for any event or anything that y'all need me to do or need me to cooperate with. It's just, I want to be as cooperative as possible, and I don't ever want to look at anything like this again in my life, Your Honor. And I'm grateful to even be standing here in front of you because 2 years ago, I remember sitting in jail next to a man who stabbed his brother in the neck. And I thought that was it. That was my last opportunity to even see the outside world. And for this past 2 years, I've seen miracle after miracle after miracle. And I've met so many people that I never thought I'd meet. And seen so much that I never thought I'd seen. So I do want to let you know that I am a man of my word. And it's all I have. And I plan on staying and sticking to it no matter what.
All right. So here we can go off the record. Here's the court's question. Let me just tell you, sometimes I think out loud. Sometimes what I'm thinking out loud, these are just thoughts. Sometimes it's hard to send somebody to prison when you see that they changed their life, but they've done something bad. And so with you, I'm balancing what you've done. I'm balancing where you are now. I'm balancing your age. I'm balancing, the complaint. I will tell you this, the complainant in this case did you a solid. Because there are some complainants who would say, I want him underneath the prison. And so what I can tell you in this is what the complainant is saying. And I'm not saying I'm gonna lean one way or not, but so the complainant says they're out of pocket. Where is this? This is the time where you need one of those sticky things to turn pages.
Your Honor, I'm not a.
So the complainant says they're out of pocket $6,136.20. And what I can tell you is normally when people say they lost this amount from work, I'm like, I'm not allowed to legally give that. But he says he lost a week's pay. That's $1,096.16. And he says his vehicle is still impounded. I don't know if his vehicle is still impounded or not. I don't know how to check on that. But he's saying that vehicle is valued at $8,000. So if you add the approximately $6,000 plus the $1,000 out of work and the $8,000, that leaves a restitution amount of $15,232.36. Now, what I can tell you is I will think about this, but you probably need to speak with the state and speak with your defense attorney about this restitution amount. Because it appears that's a majority of the complainant's concern.
I'll take care of it, Your Honor.
Well, no. You want to talk to your attorney about this, because what I'm telling you, this is what I've discovered in my time on the planet.
Yes, Your Honor.
Everybody says they're going to do certain things. Everybody said they're going to pay a certain amount, and then you know what ends up happening? They're on probation, they're supposed to pay a certain amount, and then they don't pay it. And if there's a motion to revoke filed and it's over fees, I can't send somebody to prison
On
for
money.
not paying money if they establish that they are unable to afford it. So whenever there's restitution, especially at this amount, I usually want a majority of it paid up front. So you may want to step back and speak with your attorney and speak with the state.
Yes,
Yes,
Judge.
Your Honor.
Thank you, Judge.
And state, if you want to, just one moment, we'll go off the record. Let me just tell you. You know, it's very difficult when you have somebody who has done a 180, changed their life.
I need to come over.
He's on the right
See
path.
you.
The stipulations in this, it's sort of, you could see why
Just
things
get out.
converged and this is the way it
Yep, there-
happened. Because sometimes it's
Okay.
at night, somebody's following you, somebody's flipping you off, somebody's doing this, then everybody's driving slow. Now, if you don't have a weapon and everybody's driving slow and flipping people off, maybe you don't have this. So it's difficult.
Yeah, for sure.
They're difficult decisions. Mhm. It would be nice if I had
They were over
something
there.
that tells me, hey, if you do this, this is what's going to happen. So we shall see. All right, so on this case, we're going to recall it. Norma, I need a reset date in 6 weeks. All right, so you're going to be back on November 17th. At that time, you need to come state, do you all accept cashier's check or money orders for restitution? All right, you're going to come back with the cashier's check or either a money order. Who does he need to make it out to? The complainant? All right, Ms. Galloway will give you the complainant's name and you need to have that made out to the complainant. And then after that, the court will make a decision on it, on your application.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, once you sign the reset form, you're excused.
Judge.
Thank you, Your Honor. God bless you.
Oh, thank you. God bless you too. You never really know 100%. You just have to go with your own life experiences. And sometimes it's based upon what they're telling you and what's in the reports.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button for more crazy court hearings like this one.